Welcome to Shadow Creations YouTube page. This page is going to be used for new releases, teasers, showing you new kits that we do, highlighting our kits, and just talking a little bit about what Shadow Creations is. I started Shadow Creations about a year and a half ago, and I've been in this hobby over 20 years. I've had the pleasure of building and painting many kits. I love collecting kits. I love painting them, displaying them, talking about them. That's why I have talking models on another YouTube channel to talk about the hobby that I love. But this channel is strictly for Shadow Creations. So I hope you subscribe to it so you can see our new releases and teasers and everything that we got coming. And also maybe give you a little bit of a tour on each of our kits that we produce. But today, I am pleased to announce the resurrection / re-release of Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, sculpted by Yagher, and it was released originally by Rebel Resin a few years ago. And if you missed out getting one of these, boom, let me tell you. First of all, I was so blessed. Before Tony Saline's took a downturn in his health, him and I spoke through Facebook, and we talked about the possibility of me acquiring the U.S. rights to this beautiful kit. Tony was excited. He did say that the molds needed work and that some of the pieces of the original sculpt he was contemplating sending back to Jeff Yagher for him to redo. And it was just a lot of work for a man that was having trouble with his health. So of course he was excited to see this kit brought back into the hobby. So I acquired the rights and the search began. I had no original sculpt, I had no master, I had no molds. So what do? I threw out a feeler on the clubhouse and different places on Facebook, seeing if anybody had one of the kits that I could start from. Didn't get much response until my good friend Mark Worthling reached out and said, I think I have one of those. He did. Well, I said, what can we do? He said, I will send it to you for free. Just if you could, give me a deal on one of the new ones because I know they're going to be beautiful. So the deal was done. We shook hands over the internet, Mark and I, and he sent the kit to my good friend, Paul Gill. Well, Paul was busy with Jersey Fest and producing his kits and casting my kits, so he was a little buried. So when he finally got a chance to look at it, he said, this needs some work. You can't mold and cast something like this and produce the kind of kits that Shadow Creations wants to produce. And Mark Van Tine took a look at it and he said, I can clean this up. So many painstaking hours went into cleaning up this kit. And I'll tell you what, Mark hit a home run. He turned the kit over to Paul, molds were created, and I received the first casting. I can't say enough about this. As you can see, this is a big kit. It's originally when it was released by Rebel Resin, I believe it was stated as a 1/7 scale. It's beautiful. Jeff Yagher owns the Universal Monsters. He sculpts these beautifully. This one is no exception. The Wolfman, Lon Chaney Jr., Frankenstein, Bela Lugosi. Likenesses are amazing. Castings are flawless. And the good news is it's ready to go. I've started a couple lists on the various hobby boards, and I'm almost full with list number 2. We're doing these 10 at a time. They take a lot of time. Paul's not a machine, but he does do amazing work. So these will start shipping in January and February. If you want to get on the list, send me an email to shadowkreations shadowkreations@gmail.com and get on the list. Once your kits are ready and Paul says, hey, the first 10 are rolling, I will contact you for payment. You send payment with shipping, and Paul will ship them out. And once they're ready to go, I will just contact you and you pay me through PayPal. And a piece of garage kit history will be on its way to you. I'm just telling you guys, Paul told me, Troy, I really hope you like what I did. And I got it, and I contacted him and said, are you serious? This thing is beautiful. Amazing. Mark Van Tine, Paul Gill, you get the booms. You made a dream of mine possible. You made a dream of Tony's possible to see his kit re-released. And he knew that it was going into good hands. I never had the opportunity to meet Tony. For that I regret. But I'm now able to continue a legacy of his through the re-release of this. So if you're in the U.S., again, I only have U.S. rights. Dave at Killer Kits has UK rights. Hit me up in the U.S. and you will have one beautiful kit. You can see, I'm telling you guys. I would kind of slide it around, but I'm going to add pictures in the video so you can kind of take a look at it. I took several photos of it. The Wolfman is pinned to the wall. He's, well, I can move him. He's just sitting. So you can see he's reaching out saying, this is going down. And the Wolfman says, oh yeah, this is going down. So the battle continued. And I like what Paul and Mark did with this kit, just to tell you a little bit about it. You will get this honking piece of rock, the base, the piece of wood, the single rock, this tall rock here are separate pieces, and he's got it nicely slotted. I just put 2 pins in here, glued it, let it in the slot, stuck the back wall into the front wall, done. To make molding easier, Paul also did, they cut the Wolfman at the feet, and so what you'll get is the 2 paws, if you will, the 2 hands, the Wolfman's head, and you just pop them in. He put plug and play on these guys. I'm telling you, it's so amazing. For the arms, for the feet, you don't need to pin them. For these arms, you don't need to pin them. He went in so deep in the body parts of these that it's plug and play. Just put your epoxy or super glue, whatever you're using, pop them in, boom. So Frankenstein, you get his body. Originally it was all one. So now they also cut the arms on this. Much easier to do. The arms and hands are one piece. Obviously Frankenstein's head. There's an example of what I'm telling you about. A lot of thought went into this. I'm telling you, plug and play. I probably will pin the head on this. I did pin the head on the Wolfman because he's in that lurching mode. And of course you don't want it to fall off. And I'll be taking this to Wonderfest. It'll be also making its debut at Wonderfest with a couple other surprises. So again, you want to own a piece of garage kit history? It's right in front of me. I would appreciate your support of Shadow Creations. We have big things planned coming in 2020. Once it comes out, I'll show you this one. It's going to be incredible. A 2-figure kit sculpted by Jeff Yagher, which we are going to call the Yagher Iconic Scenes, depicting 2 figures from each of the Universal Monster movies. Up first, Frankenstein and Dr. Frankenstein. It's coming. You don't want to miss it, I'm telling you. Jeepers Creepers is just around the corner. Mark is sculpting away. It's going to have the creeper on the truck. Axe wielded high. Looking for you. Coming. Calvin and Hobbes is out now. So much stuff. But we're going to be highlighting those down the road here on this YouTube channel, Shadow Creations. Give you an inside look at it. Talk a little bit more about my story and what I want to do in the hobby. The slogan for Shadow Creations is model kits for today's collectors. I've been in this hobby over 20 years. I know what I like to see in a kit. I want our kits to have white boxes, with box art of the model that you're actually getting. And Dennis Lang has been killing it on doing the box art for me. Once I get this painted up, which hopefully will be about a week, maybe 2 weeks, it'll be back on this channel, also on Talking Models, just to kind of let you see the beauty once this thing is brought to life. So thanks today for stopping in to Shadow Creations, taking a look at our beautiful, brand new, hot off the press release, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, sculpted by Jeff Yagher. Ready to go. List is open, guys. Get on the list. You will not be sorry. So thanks again for listening today, checking out this new release with me. And I just thank you again. Jump on board, subscribe, tell your friends about Shadow Creations, because next year it's going to be big. So thanks again. And as always, may the Lord bless your day.